Your next topic here, JJ Rawlings. So I'm so more ye June 4th revolution. Ombe celebrate ya Kovi. Yet Kroma 31st December. Case be your friend MPP versus a year IGP said the 31st December case. Why any idea? No, I'm so more be celebrate MPP versus AG. Or more be celebrate a 31st December. Court on can pay. Say in a democratic governance, we cannot be celebrating this nonsense. And look at 31st, a bloodless coup. I feel all of a sudden, President Kufuaba, what's it there? Be a minor, a young woman, and people under Jesus Christ. The youth of this nation, NDC all of a sudden, NDC wants to pretend as though we are democratic change. If you guys knew just some 30 years down the lane, some 40 years down the lane, the things that your fathers and your mothers went through in the hands of JJ, and then the growth for Kenyan somebody NDC, say a year revolution. Yes, celebrated June 4th. Near JJ Rawlings, no, I quite know as an actor Rawlings. Now, but see a democracy. How does June 4th has a place in a democratic governance? Ask them. Yanyan Yajatum, Seku Nene, 66 DSC, free final Kotukadi, and Tianton, and then you celebrate to Omodia. Yanyan Yajatum said the C79 June 4th and yet 72 Yatuaba Amabuzia and Yadu Kufano. Na a champon. What Babaji to me from the champon crow Bua Memu Papa in 7 to 8 years. Or no cry and celebrity. More fire. Yea. Mobile 79. Nipa kuma. Kobi. Nipa lose you more lives. Besi Edru baby. Na fisher folks. Omuso mu consume a. Omo net no. Echi nipa. Nipa yakumo mu. E wo kase ho. When you na mranche ni nim. E maba wani nim. Soja fo JJ Rawlings kumo mo. Kobi. Obatan ya ne betua nufo no ye judge. Yesi JJ say. Time or cause oba a year May 15th for near the no. Ye jank for way. JJ. Ave mu nyina si ye nyaka. Ni asi yo yate. Ene ye bejaka. Ye mamranche ni hu. Mo tro curriculum ni history kwa mo yi sa ne o ni nyina fu. Eti ha wo say wo ko uko school te say JJ kumuniba. Ye yi afre mebo a. Nya meka no asanka ani. Aha. What change in one? After one come on to move on. I've drew baby on by a revolution na June 4th. Now, JJ Banoko General Pajan said my father was hey. What did June 4th for dear? You bet Kai Mom for June 4th for Yao. If Sadian one way, Miracle Janka can't be. Instead, says speaker no. Obey uses her opportunity also who the daughter of a Medra comment who said it. The speaker should have had a great opportunity to speak to the people and say that such comments are not necessary. If we are a nation, we've all agreed. See a bit move on. Have a speaker and say me the daughter of a Medra. It's now you are dividing the nation. Precisely so. So one call should work a year JB Danko a traitor dear. And the daughter of a daughter of a Medra. Why is it not true? Said JJ Rawlings was a Medra. Is it not true? National Reconciliation Committee report in the kind of findings they had against JJ Rawlings. And look at Rebecca Sikufuabai. One no JJ no meno say SIB report. Special Investigative Board report to appear in 1988. I know no JJ Netesono report no. When you see it, you'll be amazed. The things that JJ did. Killing people left, right, center. Final report of SIB. This is the investigative. When him says I report 20 coffee, almost she a whole your friend say a print house. Almost she no. Because they didn't want this report to come out. We pen moving a frame was Katachi Beji. I am the show. Nyoma here kwajuti Captain Chikata. Any JJ Rawlings here in Kuruma. All of a sudden, almost young Kiano to more Bianca was a fire. Oh, Kumuya Kumonwanga Sanu crop for Bibri. And no could do what a military a year bondasi, baby Omkoku, judge and any adeno. Never Omuku house. Now, Momuko military Nichilema. Utu and Alcoa Diana was in Kregu. On your my judge, so a batter. Now, and your Muko, or Momodu Soprano was that, or much one, no more Kuno Masho. Baby a wɔn akyi ayi Cecilia Kwantriado Justice Cecilia Kwantriado ɛne Kwabena Japan papa ɛne ayi baako yi baby a wɔn hye wɔn kofi yɛsɛ for so many years na home fu no. All of us are there see a rim feet and some best celebrity June 4th obia no best celebrity June 4th for best I pretend say me and kan ho asem mo celebrating kwa de be kan ho asem ye be kai man for na de course in a democratic dispensation. How do we allow this nonsense to fester? President Kufuor or by year National Reconciliation Committee and was your dear nyina no mumia nyina yanka de how be report in the National Reconciliation Commission report volume 1 executive summary you better read some of the executive summary no watch and you ma jeje Rawlings here more fire you be able to jeje no anu asem Adebuga, Captain Adebuga. One na jeje yusu no ma wo kum nipa bebre. Ene won wan no muton. Adebuga no tun ebeti no. More fire. Jeje was such a person say wo kum nipa no kura wo timi sumo obi ma ne ko filme ebre no atena kase wo no ahwe na ni age. Riyad mo. No abaje so. And he said we shouldn't talk about it. As to whether whether or not I have a problem with jeje kum nipa no. It is me opinion. Sese bi se ba se cool now ya enya agudi. So you need to kill people to survive. Either you kill or you are killed. Because onu jeje ne yachi na ebeku no. But nobody is going to tell us say unti jeje ba won kum nipa. Otse Fidel Castro pepepe. Time Fidel Castro or year cool first one 1930s movie or Janeko a year Argentina a Mexico or Koshia Ernesto Che Guevara or Camilo Fusiangu when him saw almost a boane be ye cool said a boachija boa jeje year 79 cool no man fa a Fidel Castro by or we wokum Camilo Fusiangu okum a Ernesto Che Guevara in Bolivia Yamaka has it the same strategy na jeje nya 79 we use yi omo ebu anama aliduji wa mo omo bu anama ne yeku do obo nyum yi medo mekwa medo fo na so akodi gun san anama ko nyameche o chesi ni out o nyina wo mbo ma jeje be yi o kum bebre aliduji wa mo da o mani omo ba wo chi wo ku o mo nyina da yesi jeje mi yanka e de ba no Commodore your friend say you papa ya so akobo bosia 50,000 and nay 5 cedi oku no adiaba no bosia wo akobo bosia wo ye military ye commander no akobo bosia de asidan nyeso wa wi o man ni sika jeje Rawlings ku no abe yesi me nka wasem yebeka mudi June 4 yebeka yesi munya adi na munya asem portrait jeje Rawlings wa me ye hwe Captain and Krabby father che. Oni jeje Rawlings ne kwa chimota. Oni jeje Rawlings ne ko military. These are the remarks of a Captain and Krabby father che. Say, when him so no kro bo jeje mani yeku. Oba ye jeje sa in satam no. Omo try first one ye che Captain ko ye. Ye see ye try no. E wa bra na lawyer kura ni ho. Mutiny ye can mutiny ye say treason. Military version of a treason. Wo ye ni ade no say ye me lawyer wo say o da bi lawyer ni wo cry ye bua no in the shield detention. Jeje Rawlings ba ya so penance mo sa ko yi no obeboa ne kakrama ne ye 1 2 3 wie ye. E wa no say wo yi ni free so. E de ko share detention for 6 months. Ono anadamfo. Ah ono ne ko achimota. And mo se mi yanka. E beka. Captain and Krabby father teneka. Ne no asem. Ade be no. Ya tu kromo asi. Asojafo abua jeje bebre wo ko mo nyina da. Wo ko wo mo nyina da. Pepe wo hini. Every all of a sudden, JJ is a hero, the unsung hero. Yankan wasam. Yankan JJ wasam. General Utukamo. I didn't know ye. General Cote, didn't know ye. Omian Kanokre. Okumia Naminiano, not necessarily near celebrity JJ kum not military commanders. Bebre. So, when you summon Okase, almost said that kum a general cote and a Sabapa friends, Joya Medome. Almost said that kum notness just because they wanted to balance the act, say, and yes, anti-phone Kwan Yukuno. There was no crime against him. But yes, then Kumbi, Yangas and yes, anti-phone Kwan Yukuno, and Yakam phone Kwan Yukuno for pound. Momi adwen kwadi di wate mo celebrity June 4 for Rebecca wasem most celebrity Rebecca wasem obi me no ka say Mumusa JJ Rawlings abusuafo say omo nimu a na na kono do adwuma Rawlings what aso ti ase Mumusa no Emmanuel secretary bia na eso wo ho na wo sori anopa na kase ho Saturday what type Captain Krabie father teneka all type the tintin afi obe nwan say Saturday anopa na Lord wo kotewa ko hwe ade no a yesi JJ Rawlings ni moja ye ne ho ajeso wo chante okotic so wo mo di wo ba no achi ko ne fie ko ye de ombe e de ba no no fire fuma sam so ho ya so kwa didi Opesi ejai we ni kire a munyansem hunu ni di
more fire
yanko fire bend them yanko ni yanko hwe NRC report page 30 of the National Reconciliation Committee report ni hwe de omo kafa jeje ho obi jeje kum ya mo no ankasa ni kurumfo ayi Fridays fetish priest okummiensa fetish priest mensa ba ko ni de togbe akako ahiaku togbe akako with the report of the NRC and kura me na you read the report no .5741 or say the famous fetish priests from Volta region were abducted and murdered in apparently mysterious circumstances in the early part of 1982. Prior to the carbon copy abduction, murder and burning of the remains of the 3 high court judges and the retired army officer on 30th June 1982. In each case, the charred remains of the victim were found in the bushes a day or two after the abduction. It is the way can I say in a year JJ Rawlings was a fetish priest to be a year voter. Na uni momo bone me kind bone natural. Wakwachi wo me ansa nyina kumomo. O man hene mu a ade ese bi o man hene se no o man hene na busuani e ka revolution ho. Ana onu se bi no. Eno ko mo brim no. Ade ba no. Ko. Mo se me yankai. Ya be kai. Sapepepe. Ye JJ Rawlings ye ni. And omoka said the carbon copy style of the way omudi kun judges no sa pepepe no omo ye ya omudi kun sa fetish priest me say na ye hwe fetish priest omo ye hoya ba ku de togbe akapo ahiaku fetish priest and transport owner popularly known as Yeye Boy of Atijive in the Okatakyire district. His crime was that he was suspected to be plotting with others to use juju or fetish to kill the chairman of the NDC. PNDC. And in the crime, you say almost suspected say what did you be cool? A JJ Rawlings and your coaching now you cool on your share no more fire. Dear Bannon, of Master saw Yamunia. One movie, Yano, Yon Kuno, Togbe, fetish priest of Ayachiame. On the 24th of February 1982, by the same Medros gang, the modus operandi was the same, and his body was burnt. Most of me can watch him because a JJ Rawlings. Mombasa be can watch him the Munya revolution. What did you ever catch a man for them? It's a moment the PNDC. Yeah, no more transmographer moho. A pina free ho. A DNDC number. And internet the national security coordinator to work. Ovi? Yes, was say make Okatakyire. Marco Caswa ya Jomama boy. As much as he can, or bet them wear power lies. National security coordinator, Mammy, who any custom job. Mean sure will know. That means true. Means sure. Na me drew sa kwana some swadi. Okay, ya mark one better. I was say, me no monsieur no me minimum. Dia mo kan ye ate me kan no wasem a mo kan ate musim besizi me kan mo mesizi na mfonko sa ban we na de kan no ma me kan bachi ana se kan no eye obi ye wia kan no dia ene obi na wia na me sa kan eti e be ko nipa no wo fire for fire asemo ma fia mama asemo ma waje so obi na wia kan no na me sa kan ye dia mimi wia kan no ene obi na wia na me sa kan obi a nwre obi a kro ni mu na menye jahene ba I'm telling you Obi Samson Daniel Kwao Togbe Kwaku Akwe was arrested 26 February 1982 and taken to the residency extensively to meet Dr. Fiagbe, the regional secretary. He went there, but before that, when him said Senya papa we ya to Fiagbe ya Dr. Fiagbe komu kumai hene no na yenko ni yenko hade o hwe eye .5749 or say The first port of call of the hired gang of killers on each occasion was the residence of Dr. Fiagbe, the regional secretary and representative of the PNDC in the Volta region. Indeed, Dr. Fiagbe admitted that he met them. Knowing the sort of person they were dealing with, the murderers showed Dr. Fiagbe little respect. They told him their mission. Powerless, he telephoned Flight Jerry John Rawlings to find out if the swaggering band of killers had his authority. Ono Dr. Fiagbe no time wa nkrofo ajeje asoma mu so mu nkoku no e baaye no ofre jeje Rawlings say san nkrofo wo authority ara yentie Flight Rawlings, Lieutenant Rawlings told him not to interfere.
More fire.
Tiedi wakayo jeje Rawlings now ayi regional commander of the PNDC no afrene say nkrofobia ba ha omo ekoye nneoma ekokum nipa ne ade. Do they have your authority? Was it jeje Rawlings catch and say he shouldn't interfere?
More fire.
Now you heard the report in the kai. Dr. Fiagbe then left them to carry on with their murderous intent. Where the report? We was from the evidence abducted, adduced before us. We are satisfied that these murders were carried out on the orders of the chairman of the PNDC. Where a report, and now see report. I see this, we will find this. And J.J. Rawlings was there. The only person Dr. Fiagbe was able to save was his uncle, Tobe Adalaja, paramount chief of Anlo, who had also been abducted and brought to Dr. Fiagbe's official residence. He was accused of being in league with the fetish priest. It was fetish priest today new year. And Tobe Adalaja, paramount chief of Anlo. So kuna kaho. Dr. Fiagbe. But for the pleas of Dr. Fiagbe, the gang would have dealt with him in the same short, sharp and cruel manner. Instead, they gave him a severe beatings. Now the report goes on to say, the commission finds it surprising and extraordinary that a paramount chief should be subjected to such humiliation by these young men. J.J. Rawlings in paramount chief of Anglo. Boy, sit me puno. Nani mromu ye. Answa. Omu ye no. Ene wa hon mamun kandi. Mamun kandi. What? All of a sudden, most of me yankai de J.J. ye. Yankai. Rekai. Niama J.J. ye. Omi asun kwa did you? Obi? Omi asun kwa did you? Amatekwe. Obewo. J.J. Rawlings wanted Amatekwe to exonerate them. Eti Amatekwe, when J.J. Rawlings said, "No, we're giving it up, we're thrown under the bus." What corner almost say, "One the report, a recorder, Eko is Amatekwe, and Cassie were known a years our crimes and near on his own." Amatekwe is one can no way no can cry and can report on the capture waha. The meaning of a year dealing in our ha. J.J. Rawlings said, "No, I taste Amatekwe is one casano. What Dimricat J recorder no at the best no call from call shooting range. And on one course or cancer or Amatekwe and carry more fire. Monsieur J.J. Rawlings me and Kai. The enemy teach them. And then teach them. And now Miriam Mugabe say, we should stop talking about national security coordinator and we'll be Bob Redrus and Kanwa say, who Mugabe? She says, we Steve one day will say, dear, you Steve one was first. Mugabe who could for the Bob Redru baby would do. And then around country. Mamuka can say, Munya Botre and can focus on the one trishy. We are season 1, episode 7. We know baby. 4 years is a long season. Why? Baby a month for any. We will let the people know the truth. Then they will decide what they want to do. Kobi? Enti jeje du okumunipa. Hey! Okumunipa baba. Yankoni yankohwe SIB report. Yaka SIB a. Tama jeje kun ye judges no. There was a special investigation board where you setting it up. So we investigated the kidnapping and killing of a year specified persons. And when you report in the habit. So I report we. Who saw work as some of the aye, we crame, we intimacy, we crack. National security, don't be ambit me. Mirrors, man, you pay be ambit me. And you but national security, but you And you say be national security tianka adwenkyero kwase ani aboa ne yanka na ye be putu a job won na mu nyabotre na nko ho nyabotre why and five emotions ma wo na we nya revolution o we ma tworo krata koma all the embassies said the mo be ye nie. Why? International relations. I will trigger all the protocols because minimum beko. Timunya abotre. Obi report no oko paragraph 21 to paragraph 29. The kind of things in the report you'll be shocked. The Captain Kojochika Tamoye. We under JJ now 1988. Sa report we ono under JJ it when yes will be MPP before na koyi o can report no say in spite of the evidence that the chairman of the PNDC Flight Lieutenant Rawlings was a close associate of Captain Amedeka, and again in spite of the clear evidence that the Fiat Companola Egypt the Omurikokun judges which was used in kidnapping was collected from the house of Mrs. Ajima Rawlings. There was no evidence from the inference can be drawn. There was no evidence, but from the inference it can be drawn that the chairman and his wife had full knowledge of the kidnapping and the murders. We under JJ Rawlings. SIB report. Onwa it's new been under JJ Rawlings.
More fire.
Kano ye koku ye de ko chi nkrofo no koku mo ba Amedeka mo no amete ko emu no JJ Rawlings ayi so ni nana ko do Ajima Rawlings ni fie table ana na keys ni bu na ka ni siwo ana o mo say report no say from the inference we can come to the conclusion that the chairman of the PNDC and the wife was in the known, had foreknowledge. You can't foreknowledge that means they know nim and son of medicine in it. I kidnapping the cost of them. I've been Muslim Yankian. When you say Muno, what kind of report now? Dear Captain Kojochikata, most of the murders were on the orders of Captain Kojochikata. Precisely. Abi yesemianka jeje mentor no poni ekoso nyina momi aso kwa didi o MPP no na agimie ne yetenase a yetimi hwe niema na NDC for tag ye ne tag ye ne akia no yake kan she any coach ye fa mu nsem hunu ne mu coach sem na mfi wa ho kokora ne nyina mkopa mintra ni afa ya nchechire party mu fo party ya radicals bebem party radicals with knowledge so kofo e kan e be kan bi a kire omo ya memasem e be bi a kire omo that is the kind of party we want bi am be se be memasem de nyina fa ngwoni a nchechire man period ya so nkwa didi de be na momi aso nkwa didi amo ha ya adwensa Obi no kura na ha ne wo manfo no ka bi wo mo ka bi abosen 10 unsi yeshu ndi ana nche yetimi me kwan afo hours na de oni yire
na bi 19
abosen 19 nji yenru ba bi a cha ma me wo se go bi wo enioma abeka ya na ayo contem because kwasia abo anim nti onche it means onche
5 hours ni mu 3 hours ye kwasia ne abo
sa
da bi entimi nyesa
ayi go bi ye wi SIB report ye be to Facebook
more fire
na show no na yenya nwie show no kura no 5,300 likes 2,000 shares 92,900 views 10,000 plus comment. Yakoto. Timusum goto biwa. Ebeto biama.
More fire.
Omi yanka no kure nchire yemo gobi. Yanka no kure wo. JJ Rawlings was a murderer today. He was a murderer tomorrow. He was a murderer in the next years to come.
More fire.
Nobody will be allowed to whitewash. You speaker, when your opportunity, unite the nation. Tell them, say where you traitor near the who here, where you murderer near the who here. Of Masamon show. Huh? Okwa John Taino. Akwara ka kire nso okun ni papa mommy aso nkwa redio enkofo yaw hye nkrofo mo gobi the kind of things that when people talk about JJ twama wo kromu a
more fire
ada say yes a man holding your man Bafo di odi ne say car to no. Ofi aso mo. Kofodua. And a moment report no. Say wa Kofodua ye dey. Matescu. Oyi no twa ne ma. What did roll from JJ Rawlings?
More fire.
After Muslim and Kawi, Mam Rancher Mabawani. Some Pasi Abacandia. Revolution, Munya celebrity. We are in a democratic dispensation.
More fire.
Anything that reminds the people of a painful past, we must throw it somewhere.
Exactly. So,
other than that, we will continue to let the people know.
more fire.
What could you pin for the NDC? All of that has a Munya. What people know. Not necessarily mukumu omunya asem ketwa. Yeje wie ya not necessarily mpena asem no share that day a free holiday for Hajj. Why by? Sa na da ya. She da kumo mpapa.
More fire.
For asem so. Yanwe ho. Me na meka. Me say obi anwane nko ba bia. Yamba plan nyina nso nya mete. E bi se nipa no nim se me ya de papa. National Security Coordinator Oro Osman. Yanko ne yanko hwe adebuga. JJ Rawlings oboa no amani di bone yenti adebuga yenti no.
Oh, the point is I feel guilty that innocent people, not only soldiers, the 260 people who got missing, most of them are there and other places which they know. You see, that doesn't mean
tell me some of the other places.
If you are going to the range, you understand, some of them are there, that Teshi range area. And if you are going to the airport, especially the Air Force boys, they call that place Agege. They were buried there discriminately there. You see, those Air Force boys were reckless. So,
tie worse now kind of. They were buried indiscriminately. And this is a person who was there with JJ Rawlings. The course you know Yahweh. Adebuga. One of Buama JJ Yeku. He literally did all the coup for JJ Rawlings. Oba o chasing out. Adebuga. O chasing mo mo oni admakunya mecha mu kotena. Eye Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire san wo kwa bruchiri. An wo kano. They were buried indiscriminately. Yentie the entire second video. And then your production now we are solid. And now benya escape from what it. And a match of 500 Ghana free. Papa. Yentie no.
He made a mistake and went and shot somebody who was related to Rawlings. And then Rawlings told me to go and shoot him. And I said, why? What has he done? It's called W2 Kingston or Kingsley. Kingston. Okay. So it was one Boachi who went and shot him. Called Boachi of Air Force. I called and he was shooting. So Rawlings made a mistake and went and shot somebody who was related to Rawlings. And then Rawlings told me to go and shoot him. And I said, why? What has he done? It's called W2 Kingston or Kingsley. Kingston. Okay. So it was one Boachi who went and shot him. Called Boachi of Air Force. I called and he was shooting. So Rawlings made a mistake and went and shot somebody who was related to Rawlings. And then Rawlings told me to go and shoot him. And I said, why? What has he done? It's called W2 Kingston or Kingsley. Kingston. Okay. So it was one Boachi who went and shot him. Called Boachi of Air Force. I called and he was shooting. So Rawlings made a mistake and went and shot somebody who was related to Rawlings. And then Rawlings told me to go and shoot him. And I said, why? What has he done? It's called W2 Kingston or Kingsley.
Jinaso. They say a man channel. A reggae song goes say, tell the children the truth.
Exactly.
Tell the children the truth right now. Tell the children the truth. We've been whining on the rhyme praise for much too long. Rebel. Ave nyabotre. Nientie Daniel. Nyabotre. Nientie or reconciliation committee. Sa akwa akoko ya muhuni. One na JJ Rawlings sosuma no. E ma no ko feme nkrofo. E de ba na JJ Rawlings hwe. Si yekum nipa a wo hwe na ne gie no. Yentie.
Some civilians, children, with your mawak. Is that true?
That is wrong.
You have killed a border guard official, isn't that?
That is wrong.
You want to tell this commission you have never killed anybody?
If I've ever killed, then it was something by your boss, Flight Lieutenant Rawlings.
It was what?
It was something by him.
sanctioned by
Rawlings, Flight Lieutenant Rawlings. Let him come here and answer that.
You have killed some civilians, children, with your mawak. Is that true?
That is wrong.
You have killed a border guard official, isn't that?
That is wrong.
You want to tell this commission you have never killed anybody?
If I've ever killed, then it was sanctioned by your boss, Flight Lieutenant Rawlings.
It was what?
It was sanctioned by him.
Sanctioned by
Rawlings, Flight Lieutenant Rawlings. Let him come here and answer that.
You have killed some civilians, children, with your mawak. Is that?
Where from the horse's own mouth, Kobi? Enipa what's in our call reconciliation committee, and some of Hokaini. Now, branch and I know Bisano, say it was cross examination time. Now we're impugning BB on a debuga. Sab debuga kumunipa. Was it semi kumunipa? It was sanctioned by your boss, Flight Lieutenant Rawlings. Nasa Riyad nan walk or you know. Or no nane ko. Eko video nkrofo de bama jeje hwe nkrofo ye ku omo wo hwe wi anani age no asere wo si yan kai se je ye be kai on get out
More fire. More fire.
ya mo dwene nyina menim obi say you guys don't understand what dictatorship is. No, when it comes to me, me say, as to whether I have a problem with what he did. Nemo mi yanko busa JJ Rawlings say, even innocent people who had nothing to do with the revolution, he killed them.
More fire.
So, me hu yenkaya revolution ya, oma ye ku omo, eye say we are threatened by any person. What do I say? Me understand the power dynamics. Power is not a small game. But say innocent people are no when you're threatened by them. Who ku omo a, we are normal. Most you celebrate JJ, we a hero. Now, Mutimi can say we should celebrate JJ because he gave us a year freedom. Nonsense to the highest degree.
More fire.
Nonsense to the highest degree. So it's like what you want. Now, Obiabe for freedom. You can say fundamental human right. These are human rights that are not given. You have to enjoy it. Right to life, right to this, right to that. Fundamental. Not JJ Rawlings, but no freedom of movement. Obesizi. Or no necessism of freedom. Or we are was me sizi biwa. No more bargain so. Hey JJ, am I freedom? My Jimmy. Jimmy.
More fire.
No, this my JJ say ya two abey liman. Obis man so me yakunu metuno. It was season of freedom ni wiye no. An was say kakra bi mamo. An money J. Say JJ amamu freedom. Amamu freedom say. You people will be uncomfortable, but we don't care.
More fire. More fire.
There me ye JJ anya na busu for family court. The mamu may you cover the name go to court.
More fire.
Obi, you will tell the children the truth. Now, young JJ Rawlings and Kwaku Sachiado before so be woo. Kwaku Sachiado koye ni interview. Daniel, yes, I'll be doing ready, mammy. On one and no mutual king, JJ Rawlings say, even General Free for Kuno, he did not kill he was being provocative. He was being provocative. Since when did somebody being provocative became a crime?
Ask them. More fire. More fire.
Since when? Second, yes. Where's first one, Mebwa? There be. Okay, so I don't know which of the videos you have, but Yanko. Okay, Nyabotre, I'll come to that and you play. Where's your second one? Our first one. Which are how many?
3.
Which are 3? Cornerbo first one. We who first one? I mean, who? Mekachero. What? Where you free fan? I do a kind of free fast. Yenti.
More fire.
Yenti.
Like, he will have to say more. And what did he say? He said a FIFA had been advanced a good load of money to wage a campaign against Champong's union government. Yes, at that time, I mean, things were pretty hot. And
no. Fami called the other one. You fame call me baba hatu. So I had the JJ Kanyana say Afrifa now there was a certain general be war no JJ Abemu and he felt threatened by Afrifa and the Asantis. JJ was very specific. Was it the general feel threatened by Afrifa and the Asantis because Asantis were more powerful. So Osheda no the Afrifa shame. But at some point it was JJ no one year. What went me among General Kurundi. He felt threatened by Afrifa and he killed Afrifa. Send Afrifa a CIA agent and the person the general wanted a linkage with the CIA. We have a kind of correct. Opa munkume.
More fire.